Is it any news because we kind of planted this thing in the middle of the week. We normally do them on Sundays, but I kind of wanted to do it early, get it out of the way. We're still going to do a Fallout podcast on Sunday though. But so welcome to another installment of the UWA Podcast. I know it was a little long getting into the intro, but I'm Chris Malenko, aka the owner, aka the Red-Eyed Demon, but I've come to accept my demonic side. So now I'm starting to get a little crazy with my shit, which we'll talk about that later, so don't worry about that. And today with me for my guest for today to do a synopsis on SummerSlam weekend, TakeOver, Raw, SmackDown, and the NXT Fallout show. Aaron Bourne, what's up, man?
Nothing much, man. How about you, sir?
I'm good, man. How did you enjoy your weekend full of wrestling?
Well, to be honest, man, I always look forward for NXT TakeOver. I mean, there's no questions about it. I mean, they always kill the show. No questions about it. I mean, I really don't care about if people come to me and say, you're an idiot, SummerSlam was the best show. I mean, I just don't see how they could say that. I mean, the B team at SummerSlam beat, I don't know how WWE makes this happen, but they booked the B team to defeat the Revival.
Listen, the B team is over though. Like real shit. Totally. The B team is over. B team, go, go, go. Like that shit's over. Like, I'm sorry.
Who came up with that? I mean, whoever came up with that entrance and stuff, I was like, oh, come on.
Maybe, you know what? I mean, here's my thought on that. Maybe it was Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel.
They might come up with the idea. I mean, I can see Bo Dallas coming up with the idea. Probably a little bit of Curtis Axel.
Bo's a fucking nut. I love Bo. I love watching Bo. I love anything Bo can do in the ring or whatever. It's fucking fantastic. But we'll get into all of that here in a minute. But let's go ahead and actually start off with Saturday and talk about TakeOver. And I would normally wait to talk about TakeOver at the end, but we have so much shit to discuss over this fucking podcast in such short amount of time, and I kind of don't want to leave TakeOver for the end. I kind of want to do TakeOver now, get it out of the way, and then move on for the rest of the shit, because explaining SummerSlam, including the pre-show, is going to take up the majority of this podcast, and then we still have Raw and SmackDown to do. So, TakeOver, man. TakeOver was fucking awesome.
I watched it like 3 times, man. From
the start of the show, first of all, you open the show with Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain. What? Fuck. Wow. Just fucking wow. Like, this whole match, from the beginning to the end, it was just in your fucking face. Action. Like, we'll start with entrances first. Can we just, like, note how proud Kyle O'Reilly is being a tag team champion?
Or with the champion, and I like how he does that. It's pretty funny.
It is.
But I'm a huge fan of Undisputed. I'm a huge fan of Mustache Mountain.
Oh, man.
It looked like Mustache Mountain was going to get this win, but my feelings were, going to Undisputed Era.
I called Undisputed Era from the start of this. I did. I called it. And it doesn't have anything to do with what team is better than the other at this point.
Exactly, yeah.
All that matters is who can come out in the best way possible and look the best way possible. It's not about who's best in the ring, because we all know all 4 of these guys. We both know all 4 of these guys are like top notch. They're ready to fucking make an impact, and they have already. Tyler Bate being the first ever the fucking UK champion, and then Trent Seven is just godly fucking great in the ring to begin with. Just a true ring veteran for that. That's Mustache Mountain.
What I find interesting about this match was what happened. I think it was on NXT tapings when when Mustache Mountain had to face Undisputed Era.
That was the
champions, I think.
That was at the UK tournament, this past UK tournament that just happened. It was the second day, and Mustache Mountain came out on top in that. And Undisputed Era was salty as shit. Seeing Kyle O'Reilly without a belt, I felt bad for him. Like, I legit wanted to be like, come here, bud. Let me give you a hug. Let me give you a hug, because you look in despair, man. But then the next week, what was it? The next week on NXT, they got their fucking win back. They got the titles back.
I think it was they fucked up what's his face, Trent Seven's
they really fucked Trent Seven's knee up. Yeah.
Tyler Bate drew in a towel or something, was hard to draw in a towel, and then NXT Takeover. It was
the same spot, similar spot. Yep, similar spot. Fucking Trent Seven was out. Trent Seven was out on the apron. Tyler Bate was wrapped up in a collar. Trent Seven felt like it was done. He went out, grabbed the towel, got back up on the apron, started throwing, and was like, "Fuck this towel. You can do it, Tyler. Come and tag my hand." Like,
exactly, yeah.
Just threw it into the crowd. Fucking people popped for that. There was a pop for that.
Oh yeah.
But there was no undoubted but there was no undoubted anything on NXT with people not being behind Undisputed Era at all this whole NXT. And they they fucking cheered for Undisputed Era, and they cheered for Mustache Mountain, but more for Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era came out with a victory.
The pop was still there for Mustache Mountain, but for some reason the pop was...
But who doesn't... I mean, Undisputed Era gets a very loud... And it's a face pop. People cheer for them. They don't boo them. They cheer for Undisputed Era. They like Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong now. And fucking Adam Cole. Especially Adam Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Adam Cole, man. So...
I can't wait until Bobby Fish comes back, though. But I'm not sure. I didn't see any statements or anything about his progress so far. But I do see him post pictures and stuff, but no...
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so
let me go ahead and actually make my presence known now. Hi guys, I'm sorry. I did not realize that my voice was set to do not allow because PlayStation doesn't fucking remind me. So like for the first 5 minutes of this podcast, you didn't hear what I had to say. But what's up, Aaron? How's it going, bud?
I'm doing good. How about you, man?
It was like for 5 minutes. I am so sorry. Technical difficulties.
I did that
sorry.
last time on the pod.
Yeah, I know. Hey, man, we always have one. It happens at least once, and that normally is the end of it for that. So anyway, Undisputed Era came out with a victory at TakeOver. Talking about TakeOver here, if you guys didn't fucking catch that at all. So Undisputed Era came in as champions. They had Tyler Bate wrapped up. Trent Seven was getting ready to act like he was going to throw in a towel, which was a callback to a couple weeks ago when they had their match, and Tyler Bate actually threw in the towel on Trent. I wasn't fond of the decision, but given the build that this match has had, it was deserved, I guess. It really fed into that. But yeah, fucking Trent Seven was just pretty much like, you know what? Fuck the towel. Tyler, I know you can fucking power through this. I've seen you through worse. Tag my hand. And it was awesome. Fucking he got the turnaround, ended up tagging. The one spot that I truly fucking love the most about this match, and I'm gonna have to fucking look it up. I think it was a. What happened? It ended up with all 4 of them being in the ring at once.
Oh, and yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro.
That was fucking nuts. I don't remember exactly what the fuck happened. I have to fucking see when we get to Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, I can piece by piece that match because that shit was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, that match was crazy.
But we'll get to that here in a minute.
That happened.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a little bit. But definitely Undisputed Era came out on top. They won. Fucking fantastic. It was an awesome match.
I loved it.
The next match that we had was, believe, Velveteen Dream and EC3. And man, I've never seen a Purple Rainmaker on an apron. But dude, that elbow looked like it fucking hurt EC3 at the end.
Yeah, it had to. What I like about TakeOver is that they do amazing.
It's 5-star matches, the whole card. The whole card.
Like, I don't know how they do this every year. Like, every pay-per-view that I watch for WWE, the first pay-per-view that I watch every year is TakeOver.
Yeah, it's the first one on the major pay-per-view weekend. So, like, and I'm telling you, Phoenix is not going to be any fucking different. So, come Survivor Series. But that's way ahead in the future, and we can dream about matches and put a whole fucking card together for that takeover, given what's going to happen over the next few weeks on NXT TV. But that's for later on down the line. But as of right now, I want to go. Look, I love Velveteen Dream. Homeboy cracks me up every single time I see him on the mic. I pop. And he's not supposed to be liked. I understand dude is like a heel, but the dude gets a fucking pop and he's great. So, the fact he came out with these tights at TakeOver, I know for a fact, he got heat backstage. Somebody had to approve it. I mean, call me up, Vince.
Like, I don't know who, I'm not sure.
I don't know who approved that. And I'm sure that we'll find out sometime eventually down the line who approved that. But
like, I know
from what I read, Triple H didn't know anything about it until he saw it on the hard cam when he came out for his entrance. When he did his little butt shake. Like, call me up, Vince. Bruh.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
No.
But you know, once I heard she was talking to Kathy Kelly, I think that's her name. I guess after TakeOver was over, he talked about it.
Yeah.
He said that he's a huge fan of Velveteen Dream, and
yeah.
I mean, he basically said in a sentence. He didn't really say it, but he said it. Make it make sense for the fans that are watching the live stream on Facebook and stuff to make it so they can understand. He basically said, "Join the main roster." Who doesn't, right? But he didn't really say it. But how he said it clearly says it like that, and that's what I like about Triple H.
And that's the one thing that I really think about too is like after watching Triple H's press conference after TakeOver, I was like, maybe Triple H actually fucking approved it, and it's a work. I mean, like...
That's what I think so, too. Now, I'm not sure who made the tights, because I'm not sure if it's...
Well, I mean, we all know who makes all the freaking wrestling gear for all the WWE and NXT people. I'm sure of it. I'm sure the same girl that does all of the attires and stuff on the main roster do it on NXT, too. I'm pretty sure. If not, they have a very interesting designer, because Velveteen Dream's TakeOver attires... and his tights and stuff for takeovers are awesome. Awesome. Rick Rude-esque.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. Love it.
When he faced it, Ricochet, I'm a huge fan of this guy, Ricochet.
Oh, that's Prince...
when he did that attire, the Prince Puma, I laughed so hard he actually did that.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny.
I saw the Prince... Puma designs, and I was just like, well, damn. I guess kayfabe doesn't matter now. Like, that's how I felt. I'm like, I mean,
that's what I like about Velveteen Dream is that he does that stuff, and it's hilarious.
like, but here's the thing, though. I understand that's probably his character, and that's fucking awesome. Like, I absolutely love Velveteen Dream. I love his character. But, like, bruh, does kayfabe not exist with you? And we all know it does. We all know kayfabe exists with Velveteen Dream. I mean, look at the fucking segment from Velveteen Dream and EC3 from, like, last week. Like, kayfabe exists.
EC3, I think.
Nice fanny pack, bro. Sick fanny pack, bro. I fucking died. I was dying. Oh, man, EC3 cracks me up. Which, by the way, let's go ahead and actually give a synopsis on this match. All in all, this was supposed to be the match on the card to really watch besides Adam Cole and Ricochet and Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. But I feel like this was the filler match on the card. And it was set up it was set up that way. You know what I mean? Like, it was the second match on the show, and it was meant, I guess it was meant on the card to be filler. But I feel like with the time that they had, the allotted time that they had to do this match, if they would have given them a little bit of extra time, I think that it maybe an extra 5 or 7 minutes, because you could do a lot in 5 minutes. And
you can,
if they would have given them an extra 5 minutes, I feel the finish would have been a lot more impactful, and people would have popped louder for Velveteen Dream winning than what they did. That's just my own personal opinion, but you know, there's a saying in the business, we don't write WWE, so like, it is what it is. But yeah, all in all, that match was fucking great. That purple Rainmaker on the apron to end it. Oh man. That was
crazy.
It was fucking nuts.
I mean, I don't know. The camera angles every year for TakeOver was just amazing. The camera angles.
Let's not go that far, because they've had some fails before.
Yeah, they have.
Hold on 1 second.
No problem.
Sorry about the silence.
It's all good, man.
So, but anyway, Velveteen Dream ended up picking up the victory. It was awesome. I thought that match was great. But moving in to the next match, which, besides Ciampa and Gargano, which we'll get to here in a little bit, this was my favorite match on the card. Mine. Ricochet versus Adam Cole. Man. When Ricochet is not fucking human. I'm sorry. Ricochet is not human. There's no way. This man seems to amaze me every single fucking time I watch him, even when he was Prince Puma, and even on his shit in the Indies, in New Japan, and in PWG. Every single match, he ups the ante just a little bit. A little bit. But nothing matches the charisma and the shit talk of Adam Cole. I'm sorry. Like...
Yeah, I agree.
I wanted to get into a full synopsis of this match, but I'm not going to be able to, just because of the fact that I don't remember a lot of the spots in this. Because, like I said, the main match that I was excited to see was Ciampa and Gargano. So...
Yeah.
But... Man... Ricochet doesn't stop at all.
He just keeps going, man. I don't know how he does it.
He has no quit. It seems like the dude never gets gassed. Like, it's fucking fantastic. It really is. But Adam Cole, there was... I have to fucking go back and fucking rewatch TakeOver and give full fucking synopsis on this match, because this was by far one of the best matches on the card. Was not the best match of the night, but it was one of the best matches on the card. So Ricochet ended up winning. I was not fucking expecting that.
Yeah, I
actually
really expecting
called
that
Adam
either.
Cole to go over. But I mean, if Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong won and retained the NXT Tag Team Championships, I had a feeling, and I listened to a lot of other people's podcasts out of kayfabe, I'm just being honest, and I agree with the majority of them when they talked about this. If Undisputed Era retained the Tag Team Championships, we all had a feeling Adam Cole was going to lose the North American Championship.
Yeah, I do that too. I listen to a few podcasts and all that
who
stuff.
better to drop it to than to Ricochet, who is over. It's not like he's not over.
What this guy does is just fantastic.
And he's fucking, I mean, granted, he does a lot of flippy floppy shit. I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of high spots. But he can mat wrestle too. Like, we forget that this man has had matches with like Matt Riddle, and he has had matches with fucking Adam Cole before, and
oh yeah,
he's had matches with Kyle O'Reilly before. It's not like Ricochet can't mat base wrestle either, because he can, and he's good at it. The only thing that bothers me about Ricochet, he can't talk as well as some of the other people on the NXT roster. That's the only thing that bothers me, is his mic work and his promo presence. That's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get used to his promos and all that.
But what makes me look past him though is his in-ring style and his in-ring ability. This man can do shit that just, like, bro, I could never do that ever in a million years, no matter if I trained and practiced every single fucking day. There's no way.
Yeah, I can't.
No
yeah,
way. I do a lot of crazy shit. Like, you see on our UWA Live, when I'm in a fucking match, I do a lot of crazy shit. But I can't do half the shit that Ricochet can do. Like, there's no way. None. And I look up to him. And fucking, I applaud you, dude. Like, real shit. But Ricochet ended up coming over, new North American champion. And the aftermath, we saw the aftermath on NXT on Wednesday from the Fallout show, where Undisputed Era, Tag Team Champions Undisputed Era, met up with Ricochet at the end and was going to confront him, and it looked like they were going to jump him 2-on-1, and then we see Pete Dunne coming down through the side. And it was called on Wednesday. Next week on NXT, it will be Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne, the UK champion, who won against Zach Gibson. We'll get into that here in a second.
Yeah.
That was a good match. And new North American champion, Ricochet. It's going to be a great match. So
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited for that. Ricochet got over. He won. Moving on. Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. Is Shayna going to get called up? Because I have a feeling she might.
I have a feeling.
I have a feeling she might. I really do.
I just hope everybody that gets, called up in the main roster, I hope them the best. Because I get, nervous of what's going to happen when they go.
We all know Shayna's going to go to Raw. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. Like, that's fucking right-hand girl right there. Like, Shayna Baszler came in first. Ronda Rousey was very close behind her. So, like, and Shayna Baszler has done stuff on the indies, and I've seen a couple of her stuff on the indies, man, and she's fucking really good. They're letting her do her. Yeah. So, like, and she's great promo work, too. On the mic, everything about her is fucking fantastic. So, Kairi Sane, though, like, man, I dig her Pirate Princess thing.
Yeah, I do too.
She's a walking anime character. Shout out to Busted Wide Open Podcast. Just want to go ahead and plug their show real quick because I heard that from them today, and I actually agree with that. Definitely a fucking walking anime character. Definitely. And it's cute. It's adorable. Until she gets mad.
Oh, yeah.
And then she scares the shit out of me. Where with Asuka, she's cute and adorable, but I would never, because I've seen her work in Stardom and in her stuff in Japan that she's done, not just in Stardom, but in other places too. And from watching her before to getting signed now, or when she got signed to NXT, I was like, that is a very dangerous woman. Very dangerous.
I saw a few of her matches out of NXT before she got signed.
Kairi Sane she did show a lot of her aggression and stuff before while she was in Japan, doing Stardom and other ones over there as well. But to see her do it in NXT, I mean, it was great storytelling because Shayna Baszler was trying the whole time to be like, you aren't tough. You aren't tough. You're not tough at all. Like, you're not going to be able to compete with me at all. And Kairi gave it her all, man. She really did. She went for the three-peat on her fucking, what's that elbow drop what does she call her elbow drop?
I have no clue what she calls it, but
I can't remember what she calls her elbow drop. But, man, that is one of the best elbow drops in the business. It really is.
I love her elbow. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of her elbow drop. I like how she does it, too. It's fucking crazy.
So, but she went up for the third time. Nope. Shayna moved out of the way. Grabbed her up in her Kofita clutch. And what does Kairi Sane do? Shifts her fucking hips and pushes back. This was a similar spot to what happened between Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler as well. And that's the only thing I didn't like about this match. That was the only takeaway, was the finish. The only takeaway about this match was the finish. I'm okay with the finish. I'm not saying it's a bad finish, but that was the only takeaway from this match. So
yeah, my eyes rolled.
Yeah, I was like, oh, come on, man. I was like, you could have made Kairi Sane look stronger than that.
Else better than that.
I mean, but regardless, it was still a great match. Still a great match, especially when Kairi got like majorly intense. I mean, she beat Shayna. She flat out said that she was going to beat her. She said it at the contract signing. Shayna, you know it. I know it. I can beat you. And she did. So, applaud to Kairi Sane. But Shayna Baszler, not fucking happy. Fallout from Wednesday. She talked about how fucking mad and pissed off she was. She's like, I lost. Kairi didn't beat me. I lost.
Yeah, see?
Steven, here's the thing, though, Shayna. Kairi beat you. She beat you and you lost. You both. The one thing that you're denying actually legitimately happened. She pinned you. She beat you, Shayna. So,
she said that about Amber Moon. Oh, she didn't beat me. She escaped me. I think
she didn't beat me. She escaped me. I lost. She didn't beat me, though. Bullshit. She beat you. With a busted arm. Like,
I mean,
but
I'm a huge fan of her, but I just laugh when she says that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, she didn't beat me.
She didn't beat me. Yeah, she didn't beat me, she escaped me, or she didn't beat me, I lost. No, she beat you and you lost. That you have to apply both of those to your statement there, ma'am. But congratulations to Kyrie on that win, because she totally fucking deserves it.
She really did. After what happened with, Sonya Blazers attacking the shit out of her.
Before and everything, she definitely deserves that. Now comes time. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Oh my god, dude. Fucking... Dude, if I'm Dave Meltzer, I would be giving this match 8 stars. I'm sorry. Like, this match was better than the best 2 out of 3 falls between Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada for the title. I'm sorry.
I agree, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I agree.
Everything about this rivalry, like, everything about this rivalry screams perfection. Like, wrestling perfection is in this whole fucking rivalry. Because this has fucking all... I'm trying to think of the right word fucking and not sound like an idiot. This has all of the makings and all of the influence from the past and today. Like, this has everything wrapped up into one rivalry. And it's what the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens rivalry should have been. It should have been this. Because Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens rivalry was fucking awesome. It was great. But it does not even match up even an eighth of what this actually is.
I just love what NXT is doing that made this storyline. I mean, look what Ciampa tweeted something on Twitter and tagged, I guess, William Wingle and said that Johnny Gargano keeps knocking on the door. And then WWE posted something on YouTube of Johnny Gargano trying to chase down Ciampa in a parking lot from the Performance Center. I mean, everything that they did to the storyline is fantastic. And, what they did, and what Johnny did at Takeover Saturday, Johnny, you know how Ciampa does that goodbye. It was funny that Johnny Gargano did it to him and he did a super kick on Ciampa, and Ciampa fell on the table. I liked how they did that too.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano waved goodbye.
This is the controversial part of all of this, is the finish. And the reason why it's controversial is for this reason and this reason only. I've watched this match 4 times. Just this match. I did not watch Takeover, all of Takeover in its entirety 4 times. I just watched this match 4 times, okay? And the reason why is for the finish. They're at the top. Well, first of all, let's talk about the DDT spot on the exposed fucking ring again that they did. And this time it looked a lot more vicious than what it did last time. So, fucking... And Gargano was the one that originated that. Like, he started it because he ripped up the ring. Both times. Just tore it the fuck apart. And Gargano got him this time. So, but we're gonna jump forward all of that for a minute and talk about the finish. And I loved this finish, and this is why. And people are gonna get mad at me and try and say that I'm lying, and I'm not. Go back and watch the fucking match. It's on WWE Network. Johnny Gargano hit him with his super kick. Okay, while Tommaso Ciampa is cuffed to the stage. Okay, we're just gonna call it the stage setup. All right, so he's cuffed to one of the wall setups on the stage, and Johnny Gargano, and fucking Ciampa's like begging him, "Stop kicking me in the face. You don't need to do this. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
In pure fucking Ciampa, he's like, "I'm sorry." Motherfucker, you don't mean that. You don't mean that. You don't mean any of that. Don't give me that shit. Johnny Gargano backed up, right? And exactly did what you said. He did the wave. He took his knee pad and put it down. He actually hits Ciampa with this knee strike. As soon as he hit Ciampa, Gargano went flying and dislocated his knee on an equipment box. And that was pretty much the end of it. The referee gets to 8. 9. Ciampa measly rolls off and lands on his feet. And Gargano cannot literally stand up. And he's the one who caused the most damage in the match to Ciampa. And Ciampa was still exhausted. He looked fucking defeated. And he won. Due to a technicality because Johnny Gargano could not walk. Loved it. Absolutely fucking loved it. It was great.
This match, I just loved everything that they did.
And then Ciampa went backstage, and then when they're helping Gargano up on the ramp, he comes back out, raises the belt as Gargano is looking at him, and then goes backstage. Oh man, what a great way to end a takeover. What a fantastic way to end a takeover. It was awesome. So, I've heard a lot of people on a lot of different podcasts being like, Ciampa ducked. He didn't duck. He actually got hit. He got hit with the knee and took what would most people say a sloppy sell. Because it was a little sloppy, I'm not going to lie. Because it wasn't flush. The knee was not flush. He actually had it looked like he hit his forearm from the angle of the camera. And that's what I mean by... Remember what you said earlier, that the camera angles on TakeOver are fucking fantastic. That's when I was like, let's not get ahead of ourselves a little bit there. Because the camera angle on this, it would have been very, very hard to capture a good camera angle of a flush knee when Ciampa had legit a forearm a little bit up and a little bit guarded of his face. And Gargano hit him, it looked like, in the forearm. So, but Ciampa did not duck. He actually got hit, and then he rolled off the stage. He rolled off the stage, and he won. By technicality, he won. It was a last man standing match, and Ciampa was the last man standing. I'll give him that. But now the promo that's going to come out next week. Ciampa's going to be like, I beat you twice handcuffed. Twice handcuffed. I don't need to face you anymore. I'm done.
I'm just looking forward who comes up next.
I have a feeling it's going to be Lars Sullivan. I have a feeling. Or it'll be Velveteen Dream. But Velveteen Dream is actually... I hope Velveteen Dream gets called up. I would like to see him hold the belt before he gets called up. Just because he has gotten that far to hold the belt. But then again, Adam Cole doesn't have a belt right now. So, I know we're going to get a rematch. We're going to get a rematch between Adam Cole and Ricochet. It's going to happen. But if Adam Cole loses, Undisputed Era is not ready to get called up yet because they still have a lot of ground to cover in NXT. Adam Cole still has to become at least a one-time NXT champion. Once.
Yeah, he has to,
So, oh, did you actually see that Undisputed Era changed the logo? They actually added the S in for strong.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yeah, it's like a diamond now.
I did see their new T-shirt. That's about it, but I didn't see their new updated...
Well, their new T-shirt has their new logo on it.
Oh, okay, because I didn't see it closely.
It's the CFO, and then they added an S at the bottom. So it actually looks like a diamond now.
Oh.
Yeah. Looks pretty dope. I digs it. Yeah. I digs it. So, just search Undisputed Era logo, and I'm sure it'll pop up. So. But now...
Oh.
Yeah, you see it? You see it? It looks fucking great, huh? Like that.
That's
Adam Cole, baby. So
that is sick. I like how they did that.
All in all, TakeOver for me was fucking awesome. Loved it. Every last match, it was great.
Same
So
here.
let's skim through and just do the highlights of SummerSlam real quick. All right. Not going to bother doing the pre-show except for who won and who lost. Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega, they won over Rusev and Lana. Then we had, what else did we have?
I know
we had the B team versus the Revival. Horrible fucking match. Horrible botch finish. I didn't like it. It was bad. But fucking B team retained. They made, in my opinion, they made Revival look like shit.
They really did. I mean,
that's just my opinion. The Revival is a lot better than that, and we all know that. So
that's why I mean, this whole B team just has to go. I mean, there's a few podcasters that I watch, and they say, I'm a huge fan of the B team. I like the theme, and I was like, I don't see how you can like the theme song. It's annoying.
How? B team, go, go, go. How about no? I'm over B team. I really am.
I don't like them at all.
I'm over B team. I really am.
And I don't like how they're beating all these good ass teams. Especially.
Yeah, look, if they were to come up against fucking Authors of Pain, I mean, granted, they're champs, and I know that they're really trying to give them a push, but they're a fucking comedy act, dude. Like, it is what it is at this point.
Authors of Pain is next in line for those tag team champions, and
they lose to B team, I'm going to be pissed. I really am.
I'm going to be like, what was the...
What's the whole point?
What was the point of bringing the best tag team from NXT to the main roster if you're gonna book them like this? I mean, they deserve so much better. I mean, Authors of Pain,
two-time NXT tag team champions. The Revival, two-time NXT tag team champions. Why the fuck aren't you pushing them?
And that's what gets me mad about what is fucking Monday Night Raw doing.
Right.
And that's why it's hard for me, because every time I watch it, dude, I have the remote ready to go in my hand to turn it off.
Yeah.
If I see something I don't like.
SmackDown definitely puts out the better product, and we'll see why when we actually kick into this. But B Team won. It is what it is. Whatever. Moving on. The Cruiserweight Championship match, Drew Gulak lost to Cedric Alexander, but it was a decent finish. Not gonna lie. It was good. Match wasn't too bad. But, you know, there wasn't a lot of people in the arena. You couldn't really fucking measure anything at that point. But Cedric Alexander retained. So,
that's why I'm not really into kickoff shows, because there's probably not enough crowds.
Yeah, you can't really capture the energy if there really isn't that much energy in the building. So, but, so Cedric won, kickoff, now, main pay-per-view. They start off with Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. Man, does Dean Ambrose look fucking jacked. Dude was out with a tricep injury. We all know that he had to lift weights in order to get his muscle back into play. And man, is he fucking ripped. Dude is fucking jacked.
Insane, man. My heart, when this happened on Raw, my heart was just beating fast when he said lunatic in mine. I was like, okay.
I was like, okay, yep, it's a wrap. Hit his fucking music, have him come out. Hit his fucking music and have him come out, because it's time. But here's my thing. We all thought it, and they fucking swerved us. Fucking swerved us. God damn it, WWE. We were expecting a Dean Ambrose heel turn, and you didn't give it to us. Damn it. Damn it.
That was I was like, huh? I thought he was going to turn heel on Seth Rollins after what happened. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, damn it. Like, come on.
I mean, Dean Ambrose is back. And, you know, Seth Rollins has a title.
Yep.
Roman Reigns has a title. And now he doesn't have a title. So, I mean, they can't win the tag teams.
No. Because they're not going to allow any of them to be double champions. Because they don't do that anymore. So maybe further down the line, after they give the Shield just a little bit of a push, Dean Ambrose does what Seth Rollins did. I'm just saying. But We'll see when that happens.
Shit, I would do that.
Yeah, we'll see what that happens.
Seth Rollins did. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's
so
at the right
Seth
time.
Rollins ends up beating Dolph. Dolph had fantastic tights on. Too bad he only got to wear them once.
Yeah.
But this match from Raw was the longest match out of all of the Raw matches. Legit. Because the rest of them were fucking squashes.
Oh, yeah.
Or had a smosh finish. Fucking, it had like a fucking, like, a fucking non-finish to it. We had like 4 matches on the card tonight that had non-finishes. They either ended in like a DQ or something. Like, so, but Seth versus Dolph was fantastic. It really sucks that Seth was only able to wear them ugly-ass tights once. I'm actually kind of happy that he only had to wear them once. But, yeah, man, fucking Seth Rollins he came out, his Thanos attire. Dude! The golden boot! The golden boot! Fucking awesome! It's great! Loved it. So, Seth won. Hit fucking... After a lot of skirmishes going on the outside between Dean and Drew. That was fun. I enjoyed watching that. So, this is the part that really got me at the end. Right at the end. So, Dean... After Drew goes after Dean and tries to cause a distraction, up and grabs Drew by the ankles and pulls him down and hits him with a fucking DDT, and Seth is distracted, or at least what he seems like he's distracted, and Dolph's getting ready to set up for the super kick, but Seth was just a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster. That was pretty much the end of it. After the super kick, that was the end. He hit him with the curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. Seth wins. Awesome. So happy.
Awesome match. I'm happy that he got his title back too.
Yeah, I am too. Well, I mean, Seth Rollins without the Intercontinental Championship isn't really the burn it down Seth Rollins that we know. I'm just being honest. And now he's really not the burn it down Rollins that we know anyway, because the Shield's back together, as we saw on Raw.
Yep.
Which we'll probably have to do this podcast in 2 separate ones, because we're not going to have enough time. So let's at least get through SummerSlam. So then we had... Who do we have after fucking Seth and Dolph? Second match of the card.
I think it was...
I have to look at the match card. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. This is why you need to come prepared to a podcast when you're reviewing things. SummerSlam 2018. Boop a doop 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 doo 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 doo. Wikipedia, just because I know that they're actually going to have the matches and whatnot. Storylines, event, aftermath, results. Here we go. All right, so the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Okay, I like this match. They gave it plenty of time to breathe. It was awesome. The finish is where I have a problem with this match. It should not have ended in a DQ.
Yeah, I saw that going around. People be posting the pictures and saying it should have never ended in a DQ.
Not in a DQ. Not in a DQ. Mm-hmm. If they were going to have Bludgeon Brothers retain, they should have made them look like fucking monsters like they have been, with a little bit of struggle to try and remain on top and end up beating them clean. Not have Eric Rowan come in with a giant-ass fucking foam mallet and fucking hit Big E in the fucking gut with it and cause the fucking disqualification. Shouldn't have happened that way. Just my own personal opinion, but it is what it is. So there's a spot in this that I absolutely loved, and it happened at the right fucking time. Xavier Woods amazed me at SummerSlam on Sunday. That elbow drop from the top rope onto the outside of the ring onto fucking Luke Harper. Oh my goodness.
At that moment, I couldn't even speak because it was so amazing how he did that.
When he was fucking like building for it and everything, and people were in the crowd. There was mixed emotions chanting yes, do it, and no. And I was one of the ones saying do it because that shit was fucking awesome. The height he got on that was just fantastic.
Yeah, that's...
But that was the only thing that I had a problem with, and it was the DQ finish. So
yeah, the DQ I didn't like about it.
But that's why they had a no disqualification match on SmackDown, and we have new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. So awesome. Which we'll talk about more later into the next. So then we had one of the first squash matches from Raw. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. Man, Kevin Owens is a fucking trooper. He is a trooper. Dude is good. I loved his KO in the bank, but like Dolph Ziggler wearing his Intercontinental Championship tights, that was kind of a curse for him. Had the KO in the bank shirt on, the KO in the bank shorts. Looked good, but Braun Strowman threw him around like a goddamn ragdoll. Again.
And that slam on the fucking steel stage.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, my back hurt. My back fucking hurt. Oh man. I was watching that and I was like, nope. Nope, Kevin Owens, you are a fucking trooper, my man. Oh man, he fucking... Oh man, the choke slam. The choke slam. I can't. He bounced. He fucking bounced.
I mean, that's... Ah, man. I can't imagine. And people,
oh my god.
It had to fucking hurt. I mean, oh man.
It had to hurt. The motherfucker bounced like a beach ball. Kevin Owens legit bounced like a basketball on pavement. Like, that did more than just hurt. How is Kevin Owens being able to walk after getting slammed on a steel grate like that? How? I mean, Kevin Owens is a trooper, so I applaud Kevin Owens, but Braun Strowman came out, squash match finish, kept the fucking Money in the Bank briefcase. Congratulations to him. And we'll find out why they gave it to him later. So, next up, man, this was the match for me of the night. Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Carmella for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I loved it, this one.
Oh, man. We all saw Becky Lynch heel turn coming. We all knew it was going to happen. We probably called it, the majority of us probably called it for SummerSlam. I mean,
I called it for SummerSlam, too.
Given the story that's been going on now, Becky Lynch had Carmella in her hand, man. One-on-one. Had her in her hand. Really was going to rip that belt from her and rip her goddamn head off. And then Charlotte Flair came back from her surgery. Her hiatus. And got thrown into a #1 contendership match. If she beat Carmella, she would have gotten added to the triple threat, and she beat Carmella. Didn't look good for Becky, and Becky looked kind of agitated.
Yeah, I saw what she did when she was backstage watching that look.
The look on her face, she wasn't very happy. And what happened? And what happened? Charlotte won. After Becky should have fucking won. Becky should have won that match. She had the win. It was going down. And they didn't call the fucking bell. She should have won that match. When Charlotte won,
I was like, you know what? If she wins, Becky better turn heel today on SummerSlam, or else then I'm just going to be extremely pissed.
Like I said, let's flow into that real quick. So at the end of the match, after Charlotte won, they had hugs. You know, Becky's like, it's okay, I know. You know, it's awesome. Great job. Hugs again. And then the moment we all have been waiting for a very long time. Becky fucking snaps. Man.
She was in tears. Man. Becky. She was in tears, and then she
threw Charlotte across the announcer's table. And the crowd chanted, Charlotte, you deserve it. Are the people turning on the Queen?
I was cracking up at that.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
And I'm telling you right now, Charlotte deserved it. I agree with Becky.
Yeah.
I agree with Becky 100%. I really do, man. I back her. There is no other way that I can not. And there's nothing that anybody's going to be able to say to make me change my mind.
Yeah, they can't come to me and say, "Oh, you're stupid for
agreeing with Becky." How do you stand with Becky Lynch? Easy. She got fucking screwed out of her championship match by her best friend. Like,
if you didn't see this happening, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean,
like I'm sorry.
Becky had Carmella's.
If you and me were friends and I had a chance at Christian Maniac's World Championship here in UWA, and you beat him and got added to the match after I had him in my grasp and I knew that I could rip that title from him, and you got interjected into the match and it became a triple threat match and then you ended up winning. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. The first thing I'm going to do is pop you over the head with a fucking kendo stick. That is the first thing I'm going to do. Boy, exactly. I had that match and you came in and you fucked it up for me. I'm fucking you up now. And that's exactly what Becky Lynch did. And it was perfect. Perfect setup, perfect build, perfect timing. People fucking popped for it. People popped louder than Daniel Bryan yes chance for Becky Lynch heel turn. Really every single time I watch that segment, and it's just the end segment because it's plastered all over fucking YouTube. You can't go on YouTube and not see this segment. And every single time I go on YouTube, dude, the pop is low on the sound on the video, and I have my shit all the way up, and that's because people actually had to turn down the cheers. You had almost 17,000 people screaming at the same time for the same thing at the top of their lungs. Deafening. They legit, it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin came back and the glass broke. Like, that's how loud it was. That shit was awesome.
I agree.
So, but congratulations to Charlotte. Too bad she ain't probably gonna hold it that long.
Yeah. I mean, it's Becky's time now. I can't. I'm looking forward. And Becky fucking deserves another championship run. Yeah, that girl is way young in her career. She was the first ever SmackDown Live Women's Champion. That girl needs a second time because she hasn't had an opportunity for the belt leading into SummerSlam for almost 2 years. And she lost. Because Charlotte was at it because she beat Carmella.
Exactly.
And that's why
I'd be pissed too. I'm sorry, I would be pissed too.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't, right? That's what I told all my friends and everybody on social media saying, "Oh, you fucked up now, Becky." I was like, how?
How?
You've seen this happening.
Yeah, we all saw it happening.
I mean, look at what happened when she was backstage watching Charlotte. She didn't look, like that happy friend. Oh, yay, my friend. Yay. She looked pissed. She wasn't happy. So at that moment, if Charlotte wins, she's going to turn heel at SummerSlam. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
And if Charlotte wins, she better turn heel.
Oh, yeah. And that's exactly what happened.
Why would you have your friend rob your title if she wins when you know damn well that you deserve to win that champion back at SummerSlam?
Oh, yeah.
You lost because you won. So, of course, like you said, if I took your title and you knew you could have won that back because whoever you faced took it from you, and you knew at that moment, okay, I'm going to win tonight, but then you find out that your friend is added to the mess because he's the #1 contender to be added to the next pay-per-view, and I win, even though we're friends, you're still going to attack the shit out of me because you knew damn well that fight was going to be around your waist again. So, I mean, if nobody thinks that's not going to happen, you're crazy. I know it's going to happen.
Let's go ahead and move on down the card here because we're running out of time and we're like halfway through the fucking show. So, the next match we had was Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. This match was the only match that I was okay with a disqualification finish. The only match I was okay with it. And this is why. Because Samoa Joe fucking deserved it. Let's go ahead and give a rundown to this fucking match, all right? The past 2 weeks on SmackDown, Samoa Joe attacks AJ Styles, says he's a bad father, then says he's a bad husband by presenting a letter from his wife, and then at SummerSlam proceeds to be like, "Daddy's not coming home tonight." Bro.
And then, yeah, what he said at SummerSlam was...
we'll get to his second saying at SummerSlam here in a minute. But, so this match started off slow, which was fine. You know what I mean? It was a lot of work holds and everything in the beginning, and it was really good. Then, shit went awry, and everything went to hell at that point. And it was just a strike battle of that. And then, it went outside. And this is where things got interesting. So AJ Styles got a little bit laid out on the outside, and Samoa Joe is standing on the announcer's table and grabs a microphone, and this is where he says, "Well, I said Daddy's coming home tonight, but it doesn't seem like that's happening. But guess what? I can be your daddy." And AJ Styles just fucking snaps, dude. Grabs a chair, just annihilates the shit out of Samoa Joe with his chair. Annihilates the shit out of him.
Yeah, see, and that's at the moment where I understand why it was a DQ. That's the only reason why I say,
and
okay,
AJ Styles is busted open, and Wendy and his daughter, one of his children, his daughter is at ringside or whatever, and she's like, "Daddy, you're bleeding." And, you know, Wendy tries to hand AJ's daughter to him, and she wants to turn around and go. It was a very heartfelt situation, and a very awkwardly heartfelt situation, to where it was just like, oh my fucking god, this is getting ready to go to a whole nother level very fast. And Samoa Joe was pissed the fuck off after he left. Bro, why are you mad? Why are you mad? Exactly. You caused it. Like, really?
Oh, really? I guess I'm not going home with the title, but you know, I mean,
you're right. You're not.
He said something about AJ Styles' kids, his wife,
and like, bruh. What do you want? What else would you expect him to do? Shit, I'd beat the shit out of somebody if they even mentioned my kid, or my girlfriend, or my whatever. Like, no, fuck out of here, boy. Let me find out you're trying to fucking pull some shoot shit on me, and I'm gonna fuck you up, like real shit. So
yeah, shit like that. I mean,
yeah, like shit like that. No. But it was good. The match was good.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
One of the better matches on the card, and they gave it a lot of time. Fucking 22 minutes and 45 seconds for that. It was great. So the match after that was The Miz and Daniel Bryan. 8 years in the making for a brass knucks finish. I haven't seen a brass knuckle finish since fucking 2005.
Yeah,
that I remember. It's been 13 years since a brass knucks finish. And they put a brass knucks finish in this match. Bruh, this was sports entertainment at its finest. This was not the definition of professional wrestling, which is what I was really hoping for. This was a pure sports entertainment to circa 2005 through 2009 match. And it was great.
Exactly.
It was great. This was striking at its finest, because both of these men were striking each other with some stiff-ass strikes, but the storytelling was sports entertainment. And it was totally awesome.
100%.
They brought they brought the stroller down to the ring for the brass knucks, to hide the brass knucks in. And
I knew that The Miz, because I know The Miz well. I know he has, you know, he finds a way to kiki at sometimes. So when he went to, I believe he went to Maurice before, I guess, to get the knuckles like that.
Well, he was selling being hurt on the outside, and he was leaned up. He was leaned up against the barricade, and when he was leaned up against the barricade, he had his hands on the opposite side of the barricade, like the crowd side, And Maurice actually slid the brass knucks onto his hand for him, so he didn't have to do it because he was selling being hurt. And Daniel Bryan turns around, tries to get out of the ring, and then bop, Miz hits him. Pin. Miz wins. Great way to end this match. Great way to continue this feud. Awesome.
Exactly.
So, the Miz beat Daniel Bryan. It was great. So, the next match was another squash match. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin, as we saw on Raw, thought he was going to be facing Finn Balor, the man. No, motherfucker, you got the demon.
I'm actually glad that they brought back the demon.
And the demon whooped Baron Corbin's ass.
In a fucking heartbeat.
It took a minute and 35 seconds. A minute and 35 seconds for the demon to demolish and destroy Baron Corbin. Constable Corbin. My favorite part of this whole thing, you're expecting to face, hey, I'm just happy to be here. It's fucking SummerSlam. It's great. Easy going Finn. You know, I'm just happy to fucking be here. No, motherfucker, you get the fucking demon. Like, no.
It looked like he didn't expect it. He was scared as shit.
And Baron Corbin looked terrified. He looked scared. Like, legitimately, like, I'm about to get my ass beat by this small-ass man. Like, and don't get me wrong, Finn Balor's ripped his shit. Like, Finn Balor's ripped. Dude is jacked. But compared to Baron Corbin in size, like in height-wise, Baron Corbin's like, yo, this little fucking man is about to whoop my ass, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, oh, man. And Finn Balor's fucking body paint and face paint for this was awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, I fucking loved it. I like what he did outside of the ring. He stick his fucking tongue out. He had his two.
That's the only way that you knew. The only way that you knew Finn Balor even had a mouth, because his whole face was pitch black. Like, you could not see any details of his face or anything because they wanted to insinuate the face paint and the body paint, and they did a great job. That shit was awesome.
I like how he does this. Whoever does his fucking paint is fucking fantastic.
It takes hours to apply it, let alone how many hours it takes to design it. Like, which another, by the way, shout out to Busted Wide Open, because I was not trying to steal your whole fucking segment from that. I'm just saying you guys were right on that. It does. Like, they did a documentary on it, and it takes hours upon hours to apply all of it. So he's probably spending at least 4 hours minimum in makeup when he does Demon. Minimum 4 hours. So, but
that must be fucking hard. You gotta get all that paint on you, and
I mean, regardless, it was still a great match. So, like, and his paint was still fantastic. So, but moving on, because we could talk about Finn Balor all day. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship. Okay. We all know that Jeff wasn't going to win the belt.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We all know that Jeff Hardy is injured. So, Aaron, do you want to explain to me the thought process of Jeff Hardy, knowing that he has a fucked up back, doing a swanton bomb from the top rope onto the outside, onto the announcer's table, and he didn't even hit Nakamura?
To me, I mean,
I just lost him.
I listen to.
Oh, there he is.
There's just a lot of things I listen to that, you know, I follow a lot of things on social media that, you know, gives breaking news or anything that they think that's going to happen, or there's people that's injured, and one of them was saying, oh, Jeff Hardy injured his back. And to me, I was like, if he's injured, why did this happen at SummerSlam if his back is injured? Like,
well, then this is what Jeff has said. Jeff said this in interviews, and I don't mean to cut you off, but Jeff said this in interviews. he said that he knows that his time is limited and that his injuries are only going to get worse. So he's trying to like only use the Swanton Bomb finish as his finisher, only strictly for television and pay-per-view. And if he's feeling up to it, to do it on a house show. But he's mainly looking for the Twist of Fate to be his finish because he knows his back is messed up. So I think this was the last hurrah for a little while for the Swanton Bomb. Because that shit looked like it hurt. So, and Nakamura ultimately ended up coming out at the end and won. So Nakamura retained. And then we had Randy Orton come out, stand on the top of the ramp.
Yeah.
And then turn around and go back. Why? 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 Fucking why, Randy? Stay the fuck back in the back and poop in somebody's fucking duffel bag.
Why did he just go? He was like tapped Jeff Hardy, but then he walked towards the ring.
And then he turned around and walked back to the back. Like, I mean, granted, it's a great heel move. It's a great heel move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, because as a heel, I know for a fact that when I did heel shit and people didn't like me, I didn't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm not out here to please you. I'm out here to fucking please me. And that's what a heel does. That's what a heel does. You don't give the crowd what they want when they're booing you. Why? Why would you want to do that? People were obviously waiting for Randy Orton to be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just attack him. It is what it is. I'll beat his. I'll try and pull his fucking earlobe again, and actually this time rip it. So like, you know what I mean? But no. And then he was like, no, I'm done. I'm not gonna. He's already beat up enough. I'm just gonna turn around and go and head back to the back and do whatever it is that I do back there. So horrible thing for Jeff. I understand his back's messed up, and we all knew that Nakamura was going to end up keeping it. So congratulations to Shinsuke on that. And then one of the two pay-per-views that we had for the night, these were actually the longest out of all of the Raw matches on the card. Both of them were decent squash matches in my opinion, but Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. Ronda Rousey demolished Alexa Bliss. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Alexa Bliss got a kick in, and that was it. There's really nothing to really explain in this match.
Nah.
Like, Ronda Rousey flat out almost damn near ripped Alexa Bliss's arm out of her socket. Which, by the way, Alexa Bliss is double jointed. And a lot of people were disgusted on the pop out spot when she did that armbar or whatever, or that the armbar with the knee press into the shoulder. They set up that spot on purpose because Alexa Bliss is double jointed, and they actually wanted to make it look like that either Ronda like legitimately broke her arm or that she did some major fucking damage. Alexa Bliss is fucking fine out there and on Monday night with a fucking sling. Please.
Like a bright pink.
And it's a right, please. I mean, I wouldn't take anything away from her though, because those arm drag and fucking arm judo tosses that she does are fucking vicious. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they look like it too, yeah.
So, but Ronda Rousey won. She's new women's champion, and I'm okay with it. Not happy about it. I didn't pop.
Okay with it too.
I'm okay with it. The reason why I'm only okay with it is because there are a lot of other people on that Raw roster that are a lot more deserving. But I'm not going to hold that against Ronda, though, because Ronda has had a great showing over the 3 matches that she had, and her promo work is getting better. And she can fucking sell. She can sell. And that's the one major thing that they need in a champion, is a champion that can sell. And Alexa Bliss can sell too, and that's why she was champion a lot. And a lot of people give Alexa Bliss a lot of shit. And I want to go ahead and just say, you know what? All of you haters out there that give Alexa Bliss a lot of shit, fuck you for that. Like, for real,
Yeah,
I don't care if that
exactly.
makes me lose viewers or whatever. People are going to come across this podcast and be like, oh, you're attacking your audience. No, I'm not. I'm just speaking it how it is. Alexa Bliss was put in that position for a reason, because the girl is damn good. And I'm tired of people bashing her. I mean, granted, yes, does Sasha really need another fucking does Sasha deserve another title run? Yeah, she does. She deserves another title run. It's just not in her immediate future right now. Her immediate future is to team up with Bayley, and as much as people hate on the name of their tag team, I love it. Boston Hug Connection all day. All fucking day.
I love it.
I love it. All day. All day. Boston Hug Connection all day. But that's why her immediate future is WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. Period. Her and Bayley are going to be the first ever WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. That is their immediate future. That is Evolution. That is after Evolution. That is what they are going to be, and it's going to be awesome. Because we're not just going to see them on Raw, we're going to see them on SmackDown too. Because there's not enough women tag teams on either show to have separate women's tag team belts. There's not enough. They're going to have to cross-brand the women's tag team division.
Yeah, so. They have to do something about that. Exactly.
Oh yeah. So, but and that's what people are saying. Like, oh, Alexa Bliss is only getting. I've seen a lot of people, especially in our community right now, are saying that the only reason Alexa Bliss is getting that big of a push as a champion is because she's a blonde white girl. No, that race and looks have nothing to fucking do with it.
No,
has nothing to do with it. And the people who are saying that, you are remedial in a sense to where you need to do more research, because Alexa Bliss started as this cheerleader freaking girly preppy girl, and now she's one of the top female heels in all of pro wrestling because she earned it.
I agree.
Not because she's white and blonde. We all know Vince likes his blue-eyed, white, blonde girls. We all know. We know. But that's not why. Because Alexa's damn good. I like Alexa Bliss.
I'm a huge fan of her.
But
I mean, I might get bashed about it, but I really don't care. I mean, we can't hate a superstar. We can always, have somebody that we don't like because we're not a huge fan of it, and in the near future we might be a fans of it because they're not really. It's not making us. I'm not a huge fan of her. I'm not a huge fan of him. Don't really see a lot.
I personally don't like to pick sides when it comes to shit like that. I like people who I like. And this is where I'm going to get into our next match. This is a perfect segue. I like who I like because I like how people do certain things. Roman Reigns, I am not the biggest fan of Roman, but at this point, I am so glad they finally were just like, you know what? It's time. Let's just get it off of Brock. People are bitching way too much, and they are bitching for good reason because we don't need a part-time champion. It's bullshit that your A show doesn't even have its main fucking championship title on the fucking show on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. How?
Yeah, it's. I mean, they just posted a new picture saying, "Does Brock Lesnar deserve another title shot?"
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why?
And a lot of people, said, "Well, Brock is amazing as champion." Blah blah blah. And there was like 50 likes on that, but then the most of it was comments.
Brock Lesnar is built to be a beast. Brock Lesnar is... Look, everybody is going to be like, Malenko, you're bashing Brock Lesnar. You're burying Brock Lesnar. I'm not. I've watched this man's career from the moment he stepped foot into WWE. I've watched this man grow. I've watched this every single match he's done. I've watched the match where him and Big Show legit broke the fucking ring. I've seen his shooting star press spot that he did in order to obtain the WWE World Championship the first time he fucking grabbed it. I remember Brock Lesnar F5ing the shit out of John Cena on a Raw, beating John Cena for a fucking championship belt. I remember Brock Lesnar going through his rough times, just up and fucking leaving WWE to go to UFC, and that's when I stopped liking Brock Lesnar.
Exactly.
At that moment, when he showed for a fact that he did not give a shit about pro wrestling and that he wanted to go to UFC to strictly do cage fighting. If that's what you want to do, dude, do that. Do not come back to a sport that you say that you want to be a part of, but you don't fucking show it, dude. You don't. Like, if I were to meet Brock Lesnar, I'm being real right now, I would tell him, with all due respect, because I respect what you do in the ring, pick one. Pick one. One or the other, not both. Because you can't say that you have love for one sport when you don't show it in the other one that you fucking say that you love to. Pick one. And I hope he stays in UFC.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, if he comes back to WWE again, I hope he doesn't automatically get a freaking title shot, because he does not deserve it. Because then we all know what the fuck's going to happen. But I hope he does stay in UFC, like you said.
Yeah, I do.
What happened on television with Paul Heyman? I think I said this on the. I think I said this in the chat one time. Brock Lesnar said that, "Why would I watch the show, Paul? Why would I watch the show?"
Yeah, that right there, I know that is probably a part of his character.
I mean, yeah.
But, like, dude, he legit, like you said, he legit sat there and be like, why would I watch the show, Paul? Why? Why would I watch the show? Because you fucking are the champion. You're supposed to be watching the show. That is a part of your duty as a world champion, to be involved. Like, Brock Lesnar, get with the fucking program, bro. You've been around in pro wrestling for a very long time. You should know the fucking deal.
Exactly.
Like, come on. So.
It's just funny that I get bashed I get bashed all the time if because I used to post my predictions on my story, and if I'm wrong and Brock Lesnar always wins, I say the truth, how I feel about it. I used to get bashed all
Brock
the
Lesnar may have won, but I'm not happy about it. Brock Lesnar lost, and I'm telling you right now, that is the happiest that I've been to see the fucking... When I actually saw Roman Reigns come out on Monday, which we will talk about in our second part to this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw him come out on Raw on Monday holding the Universal Championship, I'm like, finally. It's about time. This shit is over. Now we can get along with our regularly scheduled program. Thank you for finally pulling the trigger. So let's go ahead and actually fucking talk about this match real quick for the next 10 minutes. I want to try and get it done in 5 though. All right, so this is going to be fun. Let's go ahead and try and get it done in 5. So Roman Reigns comes out, huge pop of boos for Roman Reigns again. Nothing else is new. But I will say that okay, so WWE, I heard this earlier, and I'm going to reference Busted Wide Open again, just because of the fact that I listened to them for a lot of in-your-face, realistically thought-out way of how they go about to present their podcast and how they examine their matches and stuff. And I love Sir Ian Dangerous and his partner, who I can't remember his name, and I'm so sorry. Please do not ridicule me, anybody that watches Busted Wide Open or listens to them, because I don't know the other person's name, because I'm going to be so mad. I just love the way that they go through their synopsis, and they said this one thing that I agree with. Fireworks and pyro in pro wrestling for WWE is a way of the past now. They don't use it anymore. They do smoke on NXT, and that's pretty much the extent of it. They really don't do a lot. They have done this new cool fucking thing that they did at WrestleMania that they released for, and so far almost on every single pay-per-view that they've done, this augmented reality thing, bro, I love it. Like
I love how they do that.
the New Day with the pancakes and Finn Balor's demon, the red and black clouds hovering over with the lightning strikes going. Dude, that's awesome.
I like how they're doing that now. It's just, I follow a lot of people saying, "Oh, I don't like. Why is the New Day coming out with fucking pancakes?
That's their thing.
What is
that's their gimmick."
And I say, and I wrote a comment. I usually don't write comments because I usually get bashed a lot. I just keep laughing, but I said that's their gimmick. If you don't like it, why are you watching the brand? If you don't like it.
Yeah, if you don't like it, don't watch the matches. That's your chance to go out, either smoke a cigarette, grab some food, grab a drink, whatever, talk to your friends, sit on your phone. Like, that's your time. If you don't want to watch their matches, don't watch their matches. That's it. I love New Day's. I love New Day's thing with the pancakes. It's fucking hysterical. I love it.
It's funny as hell. It's their gimmick, and I understand what their gimmick is too.
Awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. But here's the thing. The reality for Brock, though. Did you see that?
No.
Did you notice that? Only for the ones that are staying on the main roster that are shown, they did that for. They did it for Finn Balor. They did it for the New Day. They did it for I wish they would have done something for Seth Rollins. That shit would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But they did it for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was the most like fucking generic pit bull.
Yeah.
Over top of him. It was neat though. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. Oh, AJ Styles is phenomenal across the crowd and shit. Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's just
awesome.
I like how they do that. It's great. It's crazy how they do that now.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
awesome.
A lot of people are asking me, "What is this?" I was like, "You gotta."
It's called augmented reality. It's pretty much like a virtual 4D. It's awesome. It's great.
I like that stuff. It's crazy how they do that.
It's pretty neat.
It's awesome.
But Roman Reigns comes out, boos, of course. Brock Lesnar's music hits, boos. I was shocked about the boos for Brock, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I guess the fans are starting to really catch on, like, why is Brock Lesnar even here? Why is he champion? Because he shouldn't be.
Yeah, I can't.
Vince's last hurrah. Let's give it to Brock Lesnar, who's going to be a fucking part-time champion. It's fucking 2 years of swerve right there. That shit's fucking stupid. So they finally pulled the trigger on this, but there was a little bit of a swerve here. And that was Braun Strowman's music hits, and he comes out. I'm not going to be the Money in the Bank holder that is going to do things behind the champion's back when he's not looking. I'm going to do it face to face. Cool. If you would have actually gotten the chance to do it face to face, Braun, because that didn't happen. Now did it? No, it didn't. It didn't. Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of Braun Strowman.
Oh yeah,
and so did Roman Reigns. And Brock Lesnar hit Braun Strowman with an F5. And the spear he hit him with a spear. And did you see Braun Strowman, like an Olympic thrower, throw the fucking briefcase all the way up to the freaking top of the stage from the bottom of the ring?
Yeah, I saw it.
Mr. Strongman, Braun Strowman. So, yeah, after all of that, first of all, let's talk about Roman Reigns coming out and hitting Brock Lesnar just with Superman punch after Superman punch after Superman punch after Superman punch after Superman punch. Like, really? Yeah. And then he hit him with a spear, and then another Superman punch, and then attempted to hit him with another spear, and Brock Lesnar blocked it. And then that whole thing on the outside happened, and then he comes back in, and then Roman Reigns hits him with a spear, and 1, 2, 3, end.
I think didn't Brock Lesnar try hitting Roman with a chair, but then that's when he got speared and
that's when he got speared. Yep.
I am correct, right? Okay.
Yep. and he held onto the chair all the way down to the mat.
Yeah.
Look, if you're going to do a chair spot like that and get speared, at least throw the chair.
Yeah, at least try to
let go.
Yeah.
He held onto the chair the whole way down. Bruh.
I mean, all those... I was nervous when I kept seeing those Superman punch because, you know, me and you know, probably other people in, you know, UWA and everything, out of UWA, they probably know what happens when stuff like that happens. Usually Brock Lesnar, you know, reverses it. There's like a German suplex or F5 or something.
Oh, yeah.
With the spear, he usually reverses it and does a suplex city, then an F5, then he wins or something. But that didn't happen this time. So
yeah, I know.
I thought that was going to happen because it happens every time when he defends the title. And but it didn't happen, and I'm glad that there's a champion that would show up weekly on a weekly basis on Raw.
Oh yeah.
We will have a defending champion. We won't have a champion that will hold it while he's off doing whatever at home.
Yeah.
It's just I'm glad that we have a champion that's going to be there
on the
show.
show.
On the A show.
The A show finally has its title back on the show full time, and I'm very happy about that. Can we get back to actually doing fucking Raw how it's supposed to be done now, and not these shitty ass dumbass angles, and actually get some good matches on Raw? I want to see a 5-star match on Raw in like a month. One.
Yeah, same
one.
Here, man.
That's all I want. I want WWE to do one thing for Raw, and that is at least one 5-star match on Raw. One. If you give me that, WWE, I will be forever in your fucking gracious at that point, because that's all me as a pro wrestling fan that has been watching WWE since the Attitude Era. That is one thing that I ask for Raw. One 5-star match. So
exactly, it makes sense too.
So let's go ahead and get this all wrapped up for now, and then we'll come back and we'll do Raw and SmackDown here a little later. But overall, SummerSlam weekend was great. TakeOver definitely blew the whole weekend out of the water like they normally do.
They tore the house down.
So I want to end this podcast on a good note by saying at least one thing that I enjoyed about the whole weekend, and my one thing that I enjoyed about the whole weekend that a lot of people probably didn't enjoy, and that was for sure Roman Reigns winning the Universal Championship to be on Raw full time now. And that is the one thing that I'm happy about. So
he even shoved it in Paul Heyman's face and was talking smack.
Yep, and it was good. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and for everybody else that goes ahead and tunes in, I just want to let you know that our Instagram is UWA Wrestling _2K on Instagram. My Instagram name is Strange Dabs. It is STRANGEDABZ, the letter Z, on Instagram. And then we also have Aaron. Go ahead and do your plug, your Instagram.
My Instagram account is _Aaron Bourne, and it's it's _Aaron Bourne _. That's _AARON BOURNE _, and that's where you guys will find my content and all my news and stuff, what's going on with my call, any breaking news and that stuff. Just follow that account. I do have a Twitter, but the Twitter account is in my bio, and you guys can just click on there. It'll take you to my Twitter right away. Make sure you guys follow it there. Everything I post on my Instagram is on the Twitter, so you guys don't have to worry about it. And that's about it. That's all my social medias.
So this weekend, unfortunately, due to circumstances, I got invited to a Ring of Honor show. So.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to go see Ring of Honor, and it's not the first time I've been in the ECW arena to watch a wrestling show, but it's the first time I'll be in the ECW arena to watch a Ring of Honor show. So I'm really happy about that.
That's gonna be cool, man.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So we are not having a show this weekend. It is an off weekend for UWA. I just want to let everybody know that now. We were planning on doing a showcase show, but unfortunately I won't be able to be there to run the show, and unfortunately our production staff is also taking a vacation that weekend, and I didn't realize that until like a couple days ago. So no UWA show this weekend. We're giving all a break, but make sure that you tune in next week because we got some surprises in store. Because Purity ain't going to be fucking walking out of that arena still holding any of those belts. I'm just letting y'all know that now. So, Aaron Bourne comes back to UWA next week. Very, very excited for him to do that. You are actually having another match with Troy Bird next week.
Sweet.
Your guys' next match that you will have will be a traditional death match. I'm excited to see what goes on for that. Bring in your best, because Troy has already said that he doesn't give a shit what match it is. He plans on ending you the same way he did the last time y'all met. So, but we'll get into all of that later on. So, everybody remember, you are watching UWA Podcast, a part of Underground Wrestling Alliance. And we are redefining extreme wrestling to its fullest. So make sure that you guys tune in every Saturday after this weekend for UWA Live. We are going to be coming back, UWA TV. And make sure that you keep a lookout for when WWE 2K19 comes out, because brand split. And we will have our own special podcast strictly for that. So excited to fucking talk about that. Holler at y'all later. Aaron, I'll see you soon, bud.
See you soon, man.
All right. Not a problem. All right, guys. Adios.